Some of you guys and girls just love to screw yourself over. Now, what am I talking about today in this lazy ass cheap made video? I'm gonna talk to you guys and girls about how you guys and girls like to put your reverb and delays in your audio track. You know, the one where you have your main thing. A lot of you guys and girls, especially some that I see when they're mixing and mastering, some of them even have like multiple of the same thing, just a little tweak. Then I don't get it. I'm going to talk to you about this, all right? Because I see it. Reverb, delay, same place where you have your effects for your vocals. So this would be a typical, well, not even, this is like less than average amount of effects that somebody would put on their vocals. A compressor, which is pretty much heavily over compressed, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's just an example. An EQ, which is okay. Sound good either exciter for your voice. I mean, there's other things like de-essers, whatever. We're not going to talk about that. It's not about that. But we're talking about the reverb and delay in the same insert. So like this. When you have this, there you go. Like this. It's cool, but it's not really ideal when it comes to having nice organization or, you know, having a good unison sound, because this is just basically the main lead right here. So I'll just call this main lead, right? For example, then we have adlibs, bop, and then EQ. I don't know. Some of y'all like to do whatever, telephone. Yeah, like this. Boom. This is where some of y'all mess up. You know, y'all just basically find the reverb to, which here it is. And then I'll just set up something like this. It's a little super too much, in my opinion. Maybe like this. Yo! Yeah! I don't know. Maybe you want a delay in there too, in the ad-libs or whatever. Yeah! Boom, like this. This is where we're messing up, because this reverb right here is different from this reverb right here. Even though it looks the same, look, the wet's different. Probably the decay time might be a little off. Let's see, 1.1, 1.2. There's a big difference. Look at the size. Instead of putting it into your main channels where you are taking up 2 entire slots right here, this is why we have things called, I guess you could say, a send or a bus track. What we could do is Fruity Reverb 2, the main one that you want to use, save preset as, drag it over here, insert 6, reverb, I'm gonna name it reverb, might as well do the next one, call it delay, and then do the same thing with delay, boom, bop, bing. Now what does this do? Well, not only does it make it better for your chain, let me go ahead and just, it also makes it better for you to control everything in unison. So now you could be able to have more slots for your voice, and you'll be able to send the sound to it. Now notice it's loud. That's because with the reverb, you have to turn the dry off. Boom. And now you have a send effect. Send reverb, reverb send. And then we could throw this into the delay as well. And same thing, dry down. Yeah, cool. So now we have a separate reverb and a separate delay. So if I were to show you this, here's the reverb and delay. Now the thing about this here is that we have the reverb doing the reverb on the main voice separately from the delay, which could help you out if you want it to be like that. Or you could take the delay, route it to the reverb, turn it off from the master, and now the delay is going to the reverb, and then reverb with delay. Probably can't really tell, right? Yeah. There we go. And since we have talked about just now the delay going into the reverb, let's talk about the order effects as well. Some people like to have, I don't know, the compression right here for some reason, or sound goodizer first. There's a difference between this and this, and this, and this, that and that, this and that. I know it sounds a little bit similar, but there is a difference between it. That's because when you talk in the vocals go to the first effect, second effect, third effect, so forth. So if we send this to the reverb and we send this to the delay, they're simultaneously happening, aka you don't have a reverb first then the delay, or delay first then the reverb. And it also matters if you do reverb to a delay or delay to a reverb, and that also changes the way it sounds. So for this example, we have our main voice going into the reverb. We could turn that off there. And then the reverb will be going into the delay. So your voice will be reverberated and then we'll be delaying the reverb. So you know the reverb sound like I just showed y'all basically, but let me just go ahead and do that again. This sound right here will be delayed. So once again, it's going to the reverb and then the reverb's going to the delay. So it'll sound like this. Wait, let me give some. So it'll sound like this. Sounds really different from this. This. Really weird. Yes. Not only will we have a separate place for the reverb, but we could also tingle with just the reverb effect. So let's say we have an EQ. Yeah. 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 Here we have an EQ on the reverb. Now, if you were to do that over here when there was a reverb and then put the EQ on, that's going to affect the main voice. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and show y'all because, you know, showing y'all is better than not showing y'all. So notice I have the same reverb and the same effect here. When I put it on just here, it's going to sound weird. So here's this with the reverb and then this. Ugh, that's bad, right? Way worse than, or is way better over here. Yeah, where we have the effect and we're able to EQ the effect here with better precision than possibly using, you know, this. Last thing to point out is basically the amount of signal that you could send to the sends here. So remember I talked about the adlibs, how we probably don't want too much reverb or a different reverb from this, like it's lowered. Basically, you could do the same thing here. So let me transfer myself. So let's say I want reverb, but not too much. Basically click and drag down. Wasn't that easy? We still have the same, you know, qualities as the reverb, but it's just lowered down, which is okay. Same thing with delay. If we want delay in the same thing, nah, like that, cool. But if you want your reverb to have delay in it in the whole song, basically you're gonna have to do that. Hopefully that's not too confusing, by the way. So yeah, adlibs on deck, just like this. We could sculpt that, cool. And I'm pretty sure the same thing will apply if we did through these two effects on the adlibs. You would know it'll sound bad just like how we had it here. So stop screwing yourself over and stop putting the reverb and delay in the same insert. Even though, you know, it is okay when it comes to attaining a certain effect for like maybe one voice or something, you want it like that, like a sound effect or whatever. But when it comes to your main vocals or your ad-libs or anything that you want to have in the song, you know, present, whatever, doing it this way would be way better. So delete, 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 delete. This is way more organized. So hopefully this little shitty video here helped you out some. If so, let me know by hitting that thumbs up and telling me, I don't know, how cool I am. No, I'm just playing. I ain't cool. But yeah, thank you for watching and supporting your boy. Only real people hit that subscribe button.